Hey everyone, Jubilant6 here. So, flashback to about 3 months ago, and remember that Nintendo announced the re-release of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Now, I was personally super hyped about this, and it probably took me about a week to get over that hype, but the people who got over it faster realized that the Nintendo eShop and the Nintendo website both listed this game as having Amiibo support. Can you see where I'm going with this? So, many people obviously thought that this was just going to be really small, like in Breath of the Wild or in Link's Awakening, where you don't really need to have it, but it is very fun if you do. But that didn't happen. Now, I've never played The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. That's why I'm super excited for this re-release. But from what I can tell, this statue right here, if I can find an image of it, that would be really weird if I couldn't, only appears in front of each dungeon, and allows you to travel back and forth whenever you need to. So that is really good, and it kind of reminds me of the Uku, except only outside the dungeon, and it's not inside the dungeon, and can't be used at any time. But yeah, it reminds me of the Uku from Twilight Princess. But this amiibo, the Zelda and Lothwing amiibo, which is $25, is basically just the Uku with a price tag that is now not the Uku. Nintendo's just monetizing this as much as possible. Now, that kind of sucks, and, well, it's mainly because the set originally costs $140. Let that sink in for a second. This already costs $140, and you don't need a Nintendo Switch calculator to realize that's a lot. This would make it $165. Wow, that's a little annoying. I mean, I already pre-ordered the game, and I already pre-ordered the Joy-Cons soon. But this just adds a new thing that you have to buy to get the full extent of this game. Now, in The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which by the way I have the amiibo of, you get these little tiles that you can place in a little dungeon builder mode. Now, the mode's fun, and it just gives you an extra tile, and lets you save your custom dungeons to the amiibo itself. But this thing is literally just giving you something that should be already given in the original game, but for $25, that already on top of $140 for the Joy-Cons and the game itself. Now, of course, the Joy-Cons aren't really necessary, but this is already $85 just with the game and the amiibo to get the full experience of it. Why, Nintendo? That's $85. That's a controller. That's the Joy-Cons. That's a lot. So, and Nintendo's just kind of dumping this thing on. That's kind of, you know, from what I can tell, very integral to the game. Fun. But yeah, it's a little annoying, at least for me, because this thing already costs a lot because, well, my Joy-Cons are actually pretty screwed up right now. So I'm ordering the new Joy-Cons, the new Zelda-themed Joy-Cons, which look really cool. But from what we can tell also, I just want to say that this seems like the only amiibo that you'll actually be able to use in the game. So I can't use my Link's Awakening amiibo for this purpose or any other purpose, and this is the only thing that that amiibo is doing. It's like DLC, except not DLC, which I mean is kind of like Skylanders, which I'm realizing now is also kind of a scam. I have a lot of Skylanders, but yeah, this very small thing that we should be getting normally, I mean, maybe not as like a normal thing, maybe we'd get like a second quest or something, but why? This is just like Mario 35, where they just kept on adding things that don't even matter, like the Mario Game & Watch, or the shoes, or the Nintendo Switch itself. This is just kind of stupid, and it's a little annoying that they're adding on a $25 Amiibo. I mean, I really want to get this because, you know, it's kind of important. It's kind of an important feature of the Zelda games to be able to travel in and out of dungeons, at least in Twilight Princess, which I have played too many times to count. So, yeah, this is just an annoying situation, and I'm not having fun with it, in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, that's just really all I have to say. Just, this is really, really annoying that you have to pay a ton of money for. It's kind of just annoying that you have to pay money for this basic element that's in, from what I can tell, at least just Twilight Princess. But then again, Twilight Princess was kind of weird, and, you know, but whatever. Anyways, this entire situation is blowing up, and it's not hard to see why. They're just monetizing this thing, so, yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. What are your opinions? Tell me down in the comments below. You don't have to, but when this game does come out in July, I will be streaming it on Twitch and releasing it periodically through the entire stream, and I'll try my best to play the game entirely in one sitting on launch day. You also see, like, a lot of other things, but that's not the point. The main point is that, yeah, this is an annoying situation for something that should be just very, very basic, and we have to pay $25 for it. Nintendo's just dabbling in this small thing that is very, very annoying, at least to me. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hey, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. You don't have to, but it helps me out so much. And, have a good day.